Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Pavan.
And I'm Adam.
And today we're watching Attack on Titan Season 1, Episode 10 called Response, The Battle for Trost Part 6.
So if I remember correctly, last time we learned Eren can transform into a Titan. And they were gonna kill him and his buddies, Mikasa and Armin. And he like half hulked out to just like a rib cage.
Yeah, and made a shield, a tent.
Yeah. And now, what's gonna happen? Like, are they gonna run? Is he dead? Can he finish transforming? Like, it was a huge cliffhanger.
Oh, crazy. And he transformed into like one of the, what looked like the aesthetic of one of the colossal titans.
Yes.
But just like perched over, like that shocked me.
I did not see that happen.
I didn't think he could do it on command.
Yeah.
What went on in that Titan's stomach?
Yeah, and just, is that his father's doing? Is that a deficiency of the Titans? Like, we got some answers, and I knew he wasn't dead, but there are just 1,000 more questions now that I have no answers for. So I'm assuming at this point, they're gonna go back and look for what's in the basement. They need some answers, and they need to get away from everybody who thinks they're traitors, which is...
Well, it's also crazy because those people were not even asking him questions. They were just like surrounding them, like, we're gonna shoot you with this cannonball, which is also overkill.
They're just terrified.
But like, weren't asking him anything. And like, they're kids and like...
Fear just makes people make bad decisions. Like, this could, if somebody was level-headed, and I get why they would think otherwise, because a Titan inside the walls, you basically lose it. But if they can get Eren on their side with that ability, it changes the game. Somebody who's level-headed needs to step in here.
Things keep escalating and I'm here for it. Okay, so maybe answer one of our 10,000 questions and I might be satisfied with this episode.
Yeah, but it's answer one question and 100 new ones, which is fun, but...
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Season 1, Episode 10 of Attack on Titan is coming right now.
(845年) 突然現れた超大型巨人および鎧の巨人によって全ての日常が壁とともに破壊された。人類はウォールマリアを放棄。2割の人口と3分の1の領土を失い、活動領域はウォールローゼまで後退した。そして850年、トロスト区。人類はまたも巨人の侵攻を許した。一度は巨人の餌食となったエレン・イェーガーは謎の巨人の中から再び姿を現す。
もう一度問う。貴様の正体は何だ。逃げ出す。そうか。悪く思うな。
You're telling me you're a human, but I'm gonna shoot you anyway.
Yeah, your response did not matter.
もうダメだ。もう巨人と戦えない。どうした。仲間が目の前で食われた。仲間が食い殺されたのに俺は悲しみも憎しみも感じなかった。ただ心底俺じゃなくてよかったって思った。でも次は俺の番だ。気づいたんだ。俺たちの仕事ってのはつまりは巨人に食われるまで戦わされ続けるってことなんだろう。食い殺されるくらいならいっそ今。やめろ。しっかりしろよ。お前だけじゃないんだぞ。
Survivor's Guild.
みんな恐怖と戦っているんだ。スタシャを見ろ。あんな目にあってもなお気高き兵士のままだ。
お腹痛いんで負傷者にしてもらっていいですか？
She needs a snack.
もうダメだ。観光令は確かに必要だったな。今でさえこんな状態なのにエレンのこと知ったら。砲声、なぜ一発だけ。おい、煙が壁の中だ。なんだなんだ、水門が突破されたのか。
No, they're shooting at one of their own.
閉じて銃弾落としただけだろ。にしてもあの煙の量はなんだ。まさか巨人の蒸気。おいおい。
Oh, baby.
Cass is not even phased.
どうなってんだこれは。
Whoa. What?
生きてるぞ。
ベールマン隊長。
様子を見ろ。近づくのは危険すぎる。各種警戒態勢のまま待機だ。砲兵たちに一段装填させろ。
Whoa.
You gotta run.
How about it?
なんだこりゃ。
砲声が聞こえたところまでは覚えてる。
Correct.
その後は凄まじい音と衝撃と熱。今僕たちは巨大な骨格のうち。エレンが私たちを守った。
Just like, listen.
今はそれだけ理解できればいい。
Get over the wall and get going.
内側にだけ。
おい。大丈夫かお前ら。エレン、これは。わからん。
Run.
ただこいつはもう蒸発する。巨人の死体と同じだ。少し離れるぞ。まだ様子を伺ってんのか放心してんのか。今のところは駐屯兵団に動きは見られないが。
Does he seem way
最終
older?
的には攻撃を続行するだろう。こんなもん見せた後で会話できる自信は俺にはない。
Correct.
ただ一つだけ思い出した。地下室だ。俺んちの地下室。そこに行けば全てわかるって親父が言ってた。俺がこうなっちまった原因も親父だ。地下室
Alright, alright.
巨人の正体もわかるんだ。
It's almost as if he can summon a Titan and control it.
It seems instinctual, like he doesn't. You think he can control it, but it almost seems like he can't. It just like.
But
It's almost like a reflex.
Yeah, it's mirroring because you could see his eye going and you could see the Titan eye going
Yeah,
in
because he was like
conjunction with it.
ingrained in its like body matter.
Yeah, but I'm wondering like where does it come? Like it's like he can summon the shell and then take control of it, which makes you think: are all of these Titans being controlled by humans, or is this like is this an exoskeleton? Is this?
Oh my gosh, it is a stronger human race that is looking. Conspiracy theories abound.
I mean, my mind goes to, you didn't watch The Matrix, did you?
I mean, that came out when we were real young.
Yeah, but they would like step into these like mechanical suits and then control the suits, and they were stronger. It's similar. It seems similar to that, but they're controlling flesh and blood somehow.
They become one with the body, but he consciously detached himself from it. But then he can't remember anything, so it seems so reflexive, but he can't remember it.
But does he detach, or once the Titan dies, they come out? Because
I mean, you'd think, it was only half a body. I know they can live with half a body, but...
Because we haven't seen another, like, colossal die before. We've only seen the babies die. Out of this, I'm curious to know what's in the basement. But how are they going to get out of here? They're not going to let them leave. Like, they're going to have to... Mikasa's going to have to grab Eren, and they're going to have to shoot
I think their
over
friends will help save them.
That's a tall ask.
Which it was also brought to our attention because we record a few episodes before where we actually release. It was brought to our attention that, like, Jean and I think Armin and some of the other ones, like, none of them officially declared to be in the Survey Corps. I had assumed that because they were all on the parapet with Eren, that they had all chosen to be in the Survey Corps, but they hadn't yet gone to their specialty because it was the first day.
Yeah.
I thought they had chosen it because they were there.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. So they had, like, Jean wanted to be somewhere else, but he hadn't been shipped out yet.
Which he had talked
chosen.
about in, like, episode 3.
Yeah.
But...
Because we saw the ceremony and they had picked, but they hadn't left yet.
And I just thought that he ended up in a different
I kind of had the
role.
same thing. Yeah.
So I think that their friends are going to save them.
Maybe. We'll see.
だとしたらなんで隠した？その情報は何千人もの調査兵団が命を落としても求め続けた人類の希望ってやつじゃないのか。
You just gotta get there and see. You can't make assumptions.
それを俺んちの地下室に大事にしまっていたっていうのか。何考えてんだ一体。そもそも俺たちを5年もほっといてどこで。
Great question.
Dead.
今は他にすべきことがある。
Level-headed. Well done.
煙が晴れてきたぞ。見えたら攻撃だ。さっさと距離をつけよう。まだ動くな。
And he knows about how quickly the bodies disintegrate.
Mm-hmm.
俺はここを離れる。どこに？どうやって？とりあえずどこでもいい。そこから壁を越えて地下室を目指す。もう一度巨人になってからな。そんなこ
He's
とが
not
で
gonna
き
be
る
able to do
の？
it.
自分でもどうやってるのかわからん。でもできるって思うんだ。どうやって自分の腕を動かしているのか説明できないようにな。
Oh, that's interesting.
さっきは無意識に砲弾を防ぐことだけを考えた。
Oh yeah, he chomped his
それ以上の
hand.
機能も持続力もなく朽ちたんだ。今度はもっと強力なやつを。さっき巨人どもを蹴散らしたような15メートル級になってやる。
エレン、鼻血が。
Just use the 3D maneuvering gear to get out of there.
顔色もひどいし、呼吸も荒い。明らかに体に異常をきたしている。
今は体調不良なんかどうでもいい。俺に考えが2つある。俺をかばったりなんかしなければお前らは命まで奪われない。もうすでに迷惑かけちまったが、俺はここから単独で動こうと思う。
Not up to you.
そんな、僕は。
エレン、私も行く。
ダメだ。
私が追いつ
She's
け
just
な
gonna
ければ
knock him out.
私に構う必要はない。ただし、私が従う必要もない。
いい加減にしろって言ってんだろうが。俺はお前の弟でも子供でもねえぞ。
He seems a little angrier.
Taicho, あと少しで榴弾の装填が完了しますが、
That's a slow reload.
次の攻撃をいかがいたしましょう。
待て。
今のところ駐屯兵団が白兵戦を仕掛けてくる気配はない。
Because they're scared.
そんな気配があればミカサが野良猫よりも早く察知しているだろう。最短時間で砲弾が装填さ
Mikasa
れ
would
た
be in
と
the
して
coma.
あと20秒ほどかかるだろうか。エレンはそれ以内に行動してここから去っていくだろう。あ、どうしてこんな時に思い出すこんなこと。もうこれが僕たちの最後だから。結局僕は最後まで臆病者以外の何かにはなれなかった。
They need your
僕は
brain.
何度も二人に助けられたけど、僕が二人を助けたこととうとう一度もないままだ。これでどうやって対等な友人と言えるだろうか。どうやって僕も一緒に行くなんてことが言えるんだ。ついていける自信もないのに。もうこれで3人が揃うこともないだろう。
エレン、私は
Is he gonna sacrifice himself?
考えは2つあるって言っただろう。アルミン、あとはお前の判断に任せる。俺だって今の話が現実性を欠いていることは分かっている。この巨人の力は兵団の下で計画的に機能させるのが一番有効なはずなんだ。無茶を言うが、アルミンがもしここで俺は脅威じゃないってことを駐屯兵団に説得できるというなら、俺はお前を信じてそれに従う。これが2つ目の考えだ。お前ができないと言えばさっきの最終手段に出る。15秒以内に決めてくれ。できるかできないか、俺はどっちでもお前の意見を尊重する。
エレン、どうして僕にそんな決断を託すの？
お前ってヤバい時ほどどの行動が正解か当てることができただろう。それに頼りたいと思ったからだ。
いつそんなことが？
いろいろあっただろう。5年前なんかお前がハンネスさんを呼んでくれなかったら俺もミカサも巨人に食われて死んでた。
僕が勝手に
Run.
思い込んでただけだ。勝手に自分は無力で足手まといだと。
Step into your power, Armin.
二人はそんなこと思ってなかったのに。
アルミン、時間がない。
装填完了したようです。いつでも撃てます。僕に命を預けると言っている二人は僕がこの世で最も信頼している人間だ。これ以上の説得力がどこにある？必ず説得してみせる。二人は極力抵抗の意志がないことを示してくれ。エレンが巨人になって戦っていた時からずっと引っかかってたことがある。まだ考えがまとまってないけどやってやる。喋りながらでも考えろ。
止まれ！ついに正体を表したら化け物め！送るぞ！私は合図を送る！
彼は人類の敵ではありません。私た
I love this moment for Armin.
He's been thinking that he's the weakest link the entire relationship and that he hasn't contributed anything. But it turns out that the people he respects most respect him just the same.
Not everybody's value always looks the same, and sometimes it's just harder to spot or even recognize within yourself.
Oh. I love this for him.
And now he gets a chance to save his friends in a skill that he's good at.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. I have goosebumps.
Oh dear.
I'm not gonna cry quite yet. Well, I can't promise anything.
I thought for sure they were gonna run for the basement.
Well, Eren was putting up such a fight. He was like not accepting anybody coming with him, and that wasn't gonna fly.
He's giving me Harry Potter vibes.
It's true.
Harry always wanted to do everything by himself, and he never relied on his friends.
And his friends always helped him.
Well, Hermione was just smarter. Ron, I mean, jury's out, but Hermione definitely you wanted to keep around.
Does Eren look more weathered to you?
He looks older, like more mature. His face looks a little more angular.
Like even since he got chomped by that Titan, which was like literally today.
Yeah.
Yesterday, maybe.
I mean, maybe there were some changes in his body we don't know about.
Definitely looking like he's aged a little bit.
But I'm curious to see how Armin's going to approach this, because it's very hard to convince a group of people who are fearful that they shouldn't
Act on their fear.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how he reasons this out. I'm also curious to know if people know who his dad is and understand what his role is. There's no way he was acting
Eren?
alone. Yeah.
Who, Eren's dad or Armin's grandpa?
Eren's dad.
Do you think they've like identified, oh, that's Eren Yeager, or do you think they're just so in their own heads right now that they're just panicking?
That's what I'm wondering. And I'm wondering, like, was his dad like known in the government? Was it a secret society? Was this sanctioned? Like, I'm curious what that relationship is.
私には知り得た情報の全てを開示する意思があります。
命乞いに貸す耳はない。目の前で正体を表しておいて今さら何を言う。奴が敵でないというのなら証拠を出せ。それができなければ危険を排除するまでだ。
証拠は必要ありません。必要ない。そもそも我々が彼をどう認識するかは問題ではないのです。
なんだと？
大勢の者が彼を見たと聞きました。ならば彼が巨人と戦う姿も見たはずです。周囲の巨人が彼に群がっていく姿も。つまり巨人は彼のことを我々人類と同じ捕食対象として認識しました。我々がいくら知恵を絞ろうともこの事実だけは動きません。
確かにそうだ。巨人が味方。そんなバカな。
Is it? Isolate that.
撃退せよ取れ。奴らの巧妙な罠に惑わされるな。奴らの行動は常に我々の理解を超える。人間に化け、人間の言葉を弄し、我々を欺くことも可能というわけだ。これ以上奴らの好きにさせてはならない。
ダメだ。考えることを放棄してる。考えることが怖いんだ。
Yes.
エレン、味方。
Everybody, attack Wellman!
Somebody shoot him.
Stop. Is that the, oh, what's his name? Pixis.
お前にはあの者の見事な敬礼が見えんのか。 今着いたところだが状況は早馬で伝わっておる。お前は増援の指揮につけ、わしはあの者らの話を聞いた方がいい。
Pixis!
I like this guy.
Flowers.
調査兵団の
I mean, Adam had a thing for Pixis the day we met him playing chess with the noble guy.
I secretly love people who he's just so good at playing the game. Like he's playing chess against the king and letting him win. And he knows that like I could mop the floor with this guy, but I need to do this for the betterment of everybody else below me. And he lets somebody who follows him like point it out so the king knows, and he just calmly stands there. Like I just like his demeanor and everything about it. He doesn't need to be right, he just knows and believes in himself.
Fast forwarding back to the present.
Just make sure everybody
Adam's
knows why
like,
I like
in case you need a recap from episode 4. Thank God he showed up. That guy was out of his mind.
They were about to blow the biggest strategic advantage they could have.
And the argument Armin made was very sound.
Yes.
But this guy and the people around were like, oh yeah, makes sense, yes, good point.
Yeah.
But this guy was like, absolutely not.
But how many times does that happen? Like somebody, he's either afraid or he's not willing to think, or it's like follow the chain of command, you broke the rules, I'm not gonna apply any logic or anything to the situation. Either because you're afraid or you don't want it to be your responsibility. Like,
and Armin being willing to lay his life on the line to keep fighting.
I love that he was able to do it in his own way.
He was able, Eren saved his life, and now he was able to step up and like return the favor per se. And like, I hope that that helps his psyche and confidence a little bit.
I'm curious how many other Erens are out there. Like, was he the only one?
Your theory about all Titans being controlled by humans, but now that I'm thinking about it, why would they eat humans if they were controlled by humans? But if there's like more of them out there.
I mean, maybe it's a rogue faction, maybe. We also haven't seen the big ones eat anybody.
And hearing about the history of like the Asian continent and stuff like that, it's like, okay, so what happened?
It's definitely
and where
interesting.
has his dad been for the last 5 years?
And if they brought Mikasa in and she lived with them, was she also experimented on and doesn't know?
Yeah.
I don't know, we'll see.
報告によると、巨人は南から現れるとされていた。実際にかつて巨人の襲撃を受けたのはウォールマリアの南に位置するシガンシナク。したがって次に狙われる可能性が最も高いとされていたのはウォールローゼの南城壁都市トロスト区だった。ドット・ピクシス。彼はトロスト区を含む南側領土を統括する最高責任者であり、人類の最重要区防衛の全権を託された人物だった。
やはり見当たらんか。超絶美女の巨人になら食われてもいいんだがの。
そして生来の変人としても知られている。
司令は何を考えておるのだ。
He's actually thinking.
声もつけずにあんなところに。
さあ、司令の考えは常に常人の理解の外にありますから。
隊長、部隊編成が完了しました。
ああ、ご苦労。
They need a morale boost. Somebody needs to give a good speech.
そうか。その地下室に行けば全てわかると。
はい、信じてもらえますか。
お主自身が確証を得られん以上はとりあえず頭に入れておくといったところかの。しかし物事の真意を見極める程度のことはできるつもりじゃ。お主らの命はわしが保証しよう。 アルレルと訓練兵じゃったかの。お主は先ほど巨人の力とやらを使えばこの町の奪還も可能だと申したな。あれは本当にそう思ったのか、それとも苦し紛れの命乞いか。
それは両方です。
I was thinking that. I was like, maybe a bit of
あの
both.
時僕が言おうとしたことは、巨人になったエレンがあの大岩を運んで破壊された扉を塞ぐということでした。ただ単純に思いついただけですが、
It's a good idea.
せめてエレンの持つ力に現状を打開できる可能性を感じてもらえないかと。もちろん助かりたい一心でしたが。
I love how honest he is.
助かりたい一心、何より信用できる言葉だ。
That and a good scotch.
どうじゃ家が訓練兵よ。
はい。
お主は穴を塞ぐことができるか。
それは
See a command performance.
どうでしょうか。今の自分に分かることなんてここにいるみんなとそう変わりがありません。なので自分はここでできるにしろできないにしろ無責任に答えるわけには。
ああ、そうじゃの。すまんかった。質問を間違えてしもうたわ。
Will you try?
お主はやるのかやらんのか、どっちだ。
Oh, that's a cool view.
やります。やります。穴を塞げるかどうかは分かりません。でもやります。
I kind of got the impression that their lives depend on him sealing that hole.
A little bit. Or having him stick around to fight off some more Titans that come through, but he has to head to the basement.
Yeah. Alright. I can get behind Pixis. I hope he's more involved. I like that.
Pixis.
I like that he's a little eccentric. I like... There's part of me that loves the fact that he just walks around with a flask. Seems to be the trademark of great military leaders' minds.
Like who else?
I don't
Winston
know.
Churchill. Pretty sure he. Yeah.
It's that mentality of probably gonna die at any point, so might as well enjoy myself while I'm out here.
Anyway, I feel like in a situation like this, you need somebody who thinks outside the box. This is not a normal situation.
Absolutely. And I like that Armin actually had an idea. Like, so if they had pushed him on that, he's like, we could do this and we could do this. Like, he was already thinking ahead to if somebody would have actually listened to him. And I like that he was honest.
Yeah.
Especially after Pixis said, I fancy myself able to tell the truth or discern the truth. So.
Well, of course he was trying to save people, like 100%.
But the fact that he was willing to admit that, good for Armin.
I think this was a good setup episode.
Mm-hmm. It was safe, not too much action, nothing crazy.
Definitely a good transition from the shocks we received in the previous few episodes. Like those were the hits kept coming, you know? So I think this was a good come down episode transition into the next sort of.
Well, I think we're gonna start to see a little more story now. Like we've set up the world, we understand the conflict as it is right now. There's some interesting abilities we have to find, but like now the quest starts. They gotta figure out what it is, how to use the powers, what's his team gonna do, all of those
And
things.
I'm still rolling back here to like what, episode 2, where I was so fixated on Dr. Jaeger leaving, wearing the key, and then Eren somehow having it on. Like, they met up somehow, somewhere.
Yeah.
But, like...
Do you think he's still alive? Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yes? Question mark?
I don't have a feeling on that one.
I feel like he probably went way into the interior, so I'm convinced he's alive.
Could be. I'm not sure.
Some threads are being tied together from early in the season already.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see if Eren can become or channel a Titan on command.
Yeah, it seems to be kind of need-based right now, and I'm wondering if he can get to the point where it's like, I need to do this or they're going to kill my friends. Like, is that going to be enough of a... It's almost an emotional trigger or a need trigger right now?
It's like Harry Potter, expecto patronum. Okay? Bring out that Patronus charm on command. You know how much he struggled at the beginning?
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's going to like try and get to the boulder and then a Titan's going to come eat him, and then that's going to produce the fear
I feel
or the
like
need.
he has to be able to eventually hone the skill to be able to transform on command. Like, it can't... Yes, right now it's very much adrenaline, like, need-based, but, like, if he can, like, start to figure out how to control it, that's huge.
Yeah. I don't think he'll figure it out for this, because we're 24 hours into the experience,
yeah.
but I definitely think that's where you want to go. And
Yeah.
biting, that was interesting.
Inflict pain
Yeah,
to get that rush of...
yeah. So good.
The theories are brewing, the ideas are flowing, the conspiracies are out there. We don't know what's going on,
So good.
but I kind of love it. Okay, let us know your thoughts, spoiler-free thoughts, but if we're... No, you know what? If we're on the right direction, don't tell us.
Just let
and
us
if we're
marinate
not
on
on the
it.
right direction, also don't tell us. Let's all just marinate in this experience together, shall we? But we do want to hear what you're thinking, so hit us up in the comments below. And as always, we'd be so excited if you would like this video. Adam needs to go to sleep. Subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for more Attack on Titan coming next week. Thanks, guys.